championship?
Well done, William, sitting here again. This time moving up, yes, very happy. So, you know, you're working through some pain with your back this weekend. It didn't seem like it affected you today, bringing home all three with double clear trips. So tell me how the day went overall for you.
I think very luckily I didn't have any trouble from the back, so that was the first thing. I was able to ride without being aware of it at all, so I'm very happy about that. And I think it really comes down to the joy of riding three experienced horses around a 4-star who are good at their job and who really enjoy their job. And they all three gave me superb rounds. They pretty much were perfect all the way and came home comfortably at the time. So I've had a very, very good day. And as I said yesterday, I wish this was Sunday.
And did the course ride about how you expected? Quite a lot of problems across the board for all the riders, so tell us about how you thought it rode.
I thought when I walked it that there would be a bit of trouble everywhere. Maybe I didn't think there'd be quite so much trouble at the first water. That rode very awkwardly. It looked fairly straightforward, but also didn't seem to read it as well as we thought. But there was a way to get through it if you were lucky and stayed on your line and the horses kept on looking forward. But yeah, there was all sorts of ways through that fence. I think it was quite an interesting one to watch. And I think as you say, that the problems everywhere else were well spread out. It was good to get on the racetrack and get some galloping in. The beginning and the end here is always a bit of a race to not get behind the clock. The ground through all those road crossings is always a bit inconsistent and very dry under the trees, so it's not a place that you really want to press them on. But I rode very well. And that last water, I thought it was amazing how well the horses did jump that and how well they read it, because I thought it was very demanding and particularly at that stage of the course, you know, it was a real, I call it an expressive eventing fence. You don't meet many of those 5-element fences on a cross-country course near the end and under the trees and involving water. I think it was a demanding fence and shows how good our horses are these days. Meilleure sensation. Tous les trois, les chevaux sont très différents. Le premier, il était probablement le meilleur galopeur. Il a trouvé le maxi très facile. Les autres deux ont des foulées un peu plus courtes, mais ils ont tous les trois très bien sauté. Ils sont des chevaux différents. J'ai pris le premier guet, j'ai pris 3, 4, 5 foulées avec les trois, alors c'est tout différent. Mais tous les trois sont des chevaux dont je connais très bien. Ils ont passé un cross super.
And as the day went on, and the first one obviously went well, and the second one went well, did you feel the pressure increased or lifted?
When you've got more than one ride, it is great when the first one's going well. So I think in that sense the pressure lifts. There's nothing worse than if you had a silly run out or something's gone wrong on the first horse, a good horse, and you've got 2 more to go, and you think, oh, you know, you could be looking at 3 rounds and no clear rounds. So when you've had a clear round and you've done the time, it tells you a lot about the course and was a very good feeling. When it got to the third one, I'm not sure I really want to do this again, because your adrenaline has gone up and down through the day. Philip has ridden multiple rides around 4-stars as well, so he'll sympathise. But by the time you get to the end of the day, you know, the adrenaline doesn't rise quite so naturally. You have to, particularly with the last horse, he's a very good horse, and there was nothing out there that worried me for him. I had to kind of, right, come on, this is serious. I know it's called mountain, but we've got to do our job. And luckily it all paid off.
And fence 32, so went long there. Why did you decide you would always go for the long route?
I walked the course and I've never jumped the quick route there. And it's a long winter with a run out of the second last fence.
Okay, Philip, new partnership for you, and you both have experience at this level, but not together. So this is your first 4-star attempt together. So obviously a great effort. So tell me how you thought it went.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, I've just had him since July, but he's a very experienced horse. He's had 2 great riders that have been around a 4-star before, so I'm his 3rd one at this level. You know, I just tried to get to know him the best I could, and sort of try to make up for. He's a little bit aggressive at the beginning, so I was trying to, you know, let him run deep to a few jumps and back himself up. But I thought he got better and better as he went around. Yeah, it's pretty neat just to have the ride on the horse. It was as enjoyable as it could get. I don't really think he actually enjoy it, but you know, he's pretty experienced and he's not going to stop. He, you know, he knows his job, so it was pretty good to have him go around a course like this.
And obviously you go into the course with a specific plan, but so did your plan stay the same as you went through the course, or did it change at any points? Did it ride about how you expected to go in and tackle it?
Yeah, I mean, I had the benefit of watching a lot, and I was pretty convinced I was going to do the direct route at the second last, and then my age got the better of me. I said, oh no, I'll go around that. So, but I, like William said, you really keep yourself in view. Just did it for the sake of it. But so I took the option there, and that was the only thing that I sort of changed my mind.
And William was kind enough to point out earlier in the week that we have 7 Americans here this weekend and brought 5 of them home. So it's having 4 in the top 15. So could you just speak a little bit about how important it is to have Americans here from a Team USA standpoint?
Sure. Well, I mean, certainly, you know, the idea is to get to know the Michelin courses somewhat. I mean, it's a bit of a new experience for me, and it was interesting to walk it because I haven't seen it quite, you know, the lines and that kind of thing that they have. You know, certainly we haven't had a good couple of years in America, so I think this is good that everybody's trying to get overseas and you know, improve and get experience and try to put some good performances together.
Philip, could you just talk a little more about what you were saying about building a partnership with the horse and the fact that he is obviously quite exuberant, particularly at the beginning of the cross country, and what kind of things you've worked on with him, I guess, in all the phases since you've had him, in terms of getting to know each other?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to improve him as such because he knows his job. I'm just trying to, you know, I guess, it's him getting to know how I'm going to react and him and me knowing how he's going to react. And I like the jump to hold the horse. I don't like holding them to the jump too much unless I really have to. And so I tried to just let him run down and get deep and back off the first few jumps. And maybe I let him get a little bit too deep to the column jump because I think we know the way over there. After that, he started to back off. And I mean, he's a pretty cool horse actually. He wants to go, and he's fast-ish. He's not super fast, but he's pretty good. And I'm just like I said before, pretty pleased to have the ride.
Any other questions for Philip? Bonjour, Maxime.
There's someone to translate if you need. So Laura is here to translate French English if you need.
Okay, great. Thank you.
It's good.
You are in bel assistant.
I'm not a proper translator.
Well, I believe this is the horse's first 4-star. Yeah, so you have to be very pleased with how he went around.
Yeah. I was surprised about he go quickly during a long time. I thought that he would be tired earlier, but he asked me to wait a little after the last water jump. So I wait 100 meters, and after he was with me, and it was 2 seconds. So for our first start, it's great.
Have you had the horse a long time? Could you tell us a little about him and you?
We bought this horse with the owner when he was 7, so 5 years ago.
And being here in France, you ride Pierre Michelet's courses quite often. What did you think of the course today?
It was like we used to ride French cross country. The beginning of the course was
It didn't really like invite the horses to carry on.
after the second minutes when we arrived on the race track. It was really good for horses because they can start to have a good strike and to keep the same way all the time. And the end of the course after the last mountain jump was quite fast. Some rider took the last long way and were clear on. So no, yeah.
He's young, he's young.
You're young.
Pas assez rapide. Not enough fast.
Questions for Maxime?
Did you ever think coming here, it's your first 4-star, is it your first 4-star?
Yeah.
Did you ever think coming here that you could be in this position after the cross country?
He did a really nice season. He won 2 3-star and 1 national 3-star. He's a really nice dressage horse. On cross country, he is always clear, but I have no information about cross country as long as this one.
Yeah.
He did it well, so now only for jumping, and we will see. But it's a surprise to see that my horse can be faster during 12 minutes.
Yeah.
But since he did that well, it's not a surprise to be well placed now.
Est-ce que c'est impressionnant d'être assis à côté de tel champion?
Oui, ça fait plaisir. Ça fait plaisir, ouais.
Tu vois qui c'est?
De nouveau.
Tu as envie d'y rester demain?
J'espère, ouais, j'espère.
Il y a un obstacle au cheval? Quels sont ses points forts, ses points faibles?
Il saute, il a des gros moyens. Il a gagné 3 fois cette année, mais 3 fois en faisant 4 points, parce qu'il avait de l'avance au dressage. Là, il y a des tellement bons dresseurs qu'il n'a pas d'avance au dressage, mais c'est peut-être demain qu'il faut être sans faute. On va essayer de faire ce qu'on est sans faute la saison demain.
Il n'est pas trop fatigué?
Là, il est très bien. Là, il a l'air d'avoir, il a mis 10 bonnes minutes à se refroidir, à récupérer, et arrivé au box, il est en belle forme et il avait l'air d'avoir bien vécu ça.
Toi aussi.
Oui, c'est super.
Son résultat, il est au-delà de tes espérances?
So first of all, he said that sitting next to these 2 superstars is quite impressive, and he's quite proud of his horse, and about for tomorrow, he trusts him because he's won 3 times this season, but each time he was doing 4 points, and he doesn't have like as much. He's not like got advanced kind of thing like to the other horses, of course, because he tells us it's very good. But we'll see how he is, and he's very good. He's in the stables now, and he's good, and so is Maxime, so it should be alright.
À un moment donné, il y a un obstacle, voilà, est-ce que tu as eu des soucis,
Avec ce cheval-là, il y a souvent un saut ou deux un peu acrobatique, parce qu'il n'a pas un geste de devant irréprochable. Des fois, une sortie de combinaison trop stable, il peut accrocher un petit peu. Maintenant, j'en ai un peu l'habitude et en fait, il est pas dangereux pour le dessous, il est même assez sûr de ce qu'il fait. J'ai le souvenir d'avoir deux sauts où j'ai eu un peu ce sentiment-là, qui s'était pas trop